Hi guys, in this video I'm going to be discussing the role of Puck in the story of a play Midsummer Night's Dream. This is a very important play in the English literature and it is written by William Shakespeare. So let's get started. Introduction. The character Puck, also known as Goodfellow, Robin Goodfellow, plays a central and fascinating role in a Midsummer Night's Dream. So he has a central role and at the same time a very attractive kind of character. He is more than just a mischievous fairy. We cannot say that he is only a mischievous fairy, but also he is the engine of the plot, the comic core, and a symbol of the play's themes. So we can say what not. So a very important character from the perspective of this play. Now, if we see who's Puck, we can say that he is Oberon's servant. He is a trickster spirit from English folklore. He is playful, energetic, clever, and often causes chaos, sometimes intentionally, sometimes by accident. He is one of the most memorable characters in the play because of his unique voice and magical influence. So, if you want to write the answer or if you need to write this answer in your exams, so you can write these key points. You can learn these key points that he is Oberon's servant, he is a trickster spirit from English folklore, he is playful, energetic, clever, often causes chaos, sometimes intentionally and sometimes by accident. And most of all, he is known for his unique voice and magical influence in the novel. Now let's see what kind of role and function in the play of this character. So first role is played by him as an agent of chaos and comedy. Okay. So Puck mistook Lysander for Demetrius, and it was a huge confusion which was created by him, and it causes the lovers to fall for the wrong people. He gives Bottom a donkey's head and causing Titania to fall in love with him under a spell. So it was the role of Puck when he was giving donkey's head to Bottom or to this character, and it made Titania to fall in love with him, and she was under the spell of Puck. His pranks are humorous, but they also push the story forward. So we can say that he was a mischievous fairy. He used to make so many pranks, and somewhere they all the pranks were humorous, and this helped, or this idea of doing all these kind of mischievous things were somewhere pushing the story forward. So we can say that a great role played by this character. Let's understand the actual quote by Puck. He says, Lord, what fools these mortals be. He says he mocks the foolishness of humans who are especially in love. And now the second role is played by him is of narrative catalyst. Narrative catalyst, in narrative kind of writing, we say that catalyst is a character that initiates the main conflicts of the story, and that ultimately forces the protagonist to take action. So here he brings about lot many changes in the play and for the sake of goodness. So he plays that kind of role, and we can say that without Puck's magic and mischief the story wouldn't unfold. So that kind of a character he was, that he brings about lot many things which were mischievous, and he spellbounded people, he created magic, but this is how the story unfolds. So he is important that ways. Now next is he causes and then helps to resolve the confusion among the lovers. So it is not so that he is always creating mischievous things or mischief was there created by him, but then also he helps to resolve the confusions among the lovers. So he mistook Lysander for Demetrius, and it causes lots of confusion in the forest, but somewhere he was trying to help resolve the problem. He transforms the rigid order of Athens into the dreamlike confusion of the forest. So what kind of sincerity, severity was or rigidity was there in the Athens was was changed into dreamlike confusion of the forest by none other than Puck. So he was that important. Now we can say that he was a bridge between both the worlds. Puck connects the fairy world and the human world. He acts as a narrator and commentator, helping the audience understand what's happening in both the realms. Sometimes, as an audience, when too many characters are involved, and as you all know that it's a play within a play, so lots of misunderstanding was created through play, and somewhere audience were lacking in the understanding. So here he plays a great role of narrator and commentator as well, and he was trying helping out the audience to understand what is happening in both the worlds. Now next role is a symbol of imagination and dreams. So, Puck represents the dreamlike, unpredictable magic atmosphere of the play. Then his final monologue directly addresses the audience and suggests that the whole play may have been a dream. So, till the last moment in the play, this confusion is remained there in the mind of audiences, and they couldn't even judge properly whether they were seeing the reality or it was in a dream. Now a final quote or final lines were given by Puck, and he says, if we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear. Now let's understand what is the meaning of these lines. That these lines are spoken by the character Puck at the end of the play, and Puck says that as a sort of apology or disclaimer to the audience, he addresses the things, and he suggests that if anything in the play offended or displeased them, they should consider it as just a dream or vision that has passed. Sorry. So he was putting forth his apology, and he is giving a disclaimer to the audience if anyways they are offended. So it was a serious apology in front of them by his side. So from the moral perspective, we can say that his character was also important. Though he causes trouble, Puck is not malicious. He fixes his mistakes and restores harmony in the play. His perspective reminds us that love, identity, and reality are fluid and often out of our control. So, his perspective shows that love, identity, and reality, these kind of emotions are flowing in the environment, and these are sometimes, or I would say often, these are the emotions which are out of control in the society. So, on this note, we can say that five important points are there through which we can understand the role and functions of this character in the play. Now, if we have to summarize this character, why Puck matters in the story, we can say first, his first role was as a driver, and description we can write that he causes the central confusion and helps resolve it. So he creates confusion but helps resolve all the things. Now, second characteristic or role is of comic relief. He gives the comic relief, he provides humor through mistakes and mischief. Third is of thematic voice, because he was playing as a narrator also, commentator also. So he comments on love, foolishness, and illusions. Now, number four is of narrator and guide. He addresses the audience and brings the magical and human world. Okay, and bridges the magical and human world. So he is addressing the audience on the behalf of all the characters. He was there in the on the stage, and he is addressing the audience, and somewhere he is bridging this magical and human world. So we can encapsulate the things by having this summary. And on this note, I am wrapping this video up. If you have any query, do write me in the comment section. Like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.